Initiative District. So we're very proud of her. She'll be going to the stage on April 21st. Thanks. Can you just stand up and sorry.
Alright, ready? When you lose your parents, you are called an orphan. When you lose a spouse, you are called a widow. And yet, there's no name for a parent who loses a child, because it's just too unspeakable. Hearing the words, "Your child has cancer," is unimaginable for an adult. Though sadly, over 12,500 parents hear it every single year. That means about 46 hear it every single day. Childhood cancer is something that is overlooked, even though it is very real, which is why I'm here, to tell you that kids can and do get cancer, and that we have a need for more funding, which can easily be satisfied by the simple awareness of it. Because childhood cancer is not something small. It's the #2 top killer of children, only exceeded by accidents. According to the National Childhood Cancer Foundation, 1 in every 4 elementary schools has a child with cancer in them. My own elementary school had 2 students, only 1 of which is still alive. Even more, the average high school has 2 students who are current or former cancer patients in them. There are kids getting cancer every single day. They're living in our towns, going to our schools, eating at our restaurants. They're a part of us and a part of our everyday lives, though not many people recognize this. Some other things people tend not to know about childhood cancer is the fact that 80% of those diagnosed have signs that it spread to distant sites, whereas only 20% of adults have spread. Also, it's much easier to trace where adult cancer came from, whereas a child's is unknown, unexplained, and unexpected. Childhood cancer occurs regularly, randomly, and spares no ethnic group, no social class, and no geographic region. It's everywhere. Some may think that childhood cancer is not that big of a deal, when in fact it really is. Cancer affects kids long after treatments are over. Even when the cancer is technically gone, survival still comes with a cost. 2/3 of survivors face at least one chronic health condition. 1/4 have late effects, which can be classified as severe or even life-threatening. Things such as heart damage, lung damage, infertility, cognitive impairment, growth deficiencies, hearing loss, and even second cancers. A kid can never get rid of cancer. It's with them for life. One example was a little girl who had cancer at the age of 5. It was a rare soft tissue cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. The day after they discovered she had cancer, she had surgery, which was a day almost too late. Like most others, signs of childhood cancer don't appear until it usually is too late. She was one of the lucky ones. She stayed in Children's Mercy Hospital so she could get both her chemotherapy and radiation treatments. One day, after all 5 of her surgeries, she finally got to go home. Now she's a teenager. She's a percussionist in her high school band, plays in 2 college bands, and is the president of her speech and debate squad. She will do anything for the ones that she loves, and even things for people she doesn't know as well. And she doesn't let anything hold her back. Though, like most other childhood cancer survivors, she does have side effects. She's not as strong or energetic as she used to be. And she's almost completely blind in her left eye, which makes her right eye work double time, which in the future could cause her to go completely blind as her sight decreases day after day. But now, she's here, telling you her story, telling you that she is one of those kids who knows things need changed, that childhood cancer needs more funding. Take a simple look at breast cancer. You see so many walks, rallies, commercials. I'm pretty sure we've all seen the I Love Boobies bracelets or Save the Hooter shirts. You see so many pink ribbons everywhere, and they mean so much that hardly ever a gold ribbon. In 2003, breast cancer was given $843 million for federal research. That also included the private donations from private organizations. The Pink Ribbon campaigns raised an estimated $256 million alone. You see, the average age for a person who dies from breast cancer is 61. They lose approximately 16 years of their life. Though the average age for a child who dies from cancer is 10. They lose approximately 67 years of their life. With this major difference in years lost, don't you think we should fund more for childhood cancer than we do? Different organizations split money for different cancers depending on who they are. But childhood cancer always gets the least amount. In 2003, the National Cancer Institute's federal budget was $4.6 billion. Of that, breast cancer received 12%, prostate cancer 7%. And yet all 12 groups of childhood cancer combined got less than 3%. The American Cancer Society gives less than 70 cents for every $100 raised to childhood cancer. The amount raised for childhood cancer is so incredibly small, which means so many kids die each year because of it. Satisfaction can be reached so much easier than people may think it can. We just need more walks, rallies, commercials, anything. Anyone can take the loose change out of their pocket and save it up and give it to these organizations that go directly towards finding a cure for childhood cancer. Save up that money and give it to, say, Make-A-Wish Foundation, which goes to make grant wishes for these kids. Sometimes it's last wishes. Like I said earlier, in my elementary school there were 2 students who had cancer and one of which had passed away. It was my 4th grade year and her name was Tessa. She was really well loved and sadly she was given only a couple more months to live. So she made her last wish, which was to celebrate her birthday. The whole 4th grade class got together one day and ate cupcakes in the gym. It was her half birthday, because unfortunately she wasn't going to make it to her actual birthday. The most memorable part about that day for me was whenever we all gathered in the center of a track, each holding a balloon in our hand. And on the count of 3, we let them go. Watching them fly to the heavens for her was an amazing experience. Sadly, she passed away only a couple weeks later. When we increase awareness of childhood cancer, imagine the great things that could happen. Less parents would go through the pain of finding out that their child has cancer, that their child didn't make it through. Imagine if it was you. What if you were told your son, daughter, niece, nephew, grandchild, or any kid that you know had cancer? Wouldn't you be heartbroken? I know my family was. Watching as they grow weaker and weaker, skinnier and skinnier, as they lose all of their hair and are throwing up constantly. No one deserves cancer. What I want you to get out of this speech today is the fact that childhood cancer is a very real and a very scary thing, and I know it personally, for I was that little girl with cancer. I promised myself 10 years ago that I would do anything I could. So no parent would have to go through what mine did. So no kid would have to go through what I did. And so I am, by sharing this speech with you. Helen Keller once said, although the world is full of suffering, it is full also of the overcoming of it. You can be a part of the overcoming. You can help change things. You'll help save lives and save parents from ever hearing the words, your child has cancer, again. Because those little gold ribbons are much more than they seem. They're not just for winners, but the strongest winners of them all. Those kids with childhood cancer. Thank you.